Hi everyone, today it's day 29 of cycling the perimeter of Ireland, raising the awareness of the water crisis back in my home country in South Africa, mainly in the villages where there's a lot of problems with water, where people don't have access to clean water. So the focus in the past 29 days has been to raise funds for my home village back in South Africa so that we can be able to help my village and supply sustainable water. So from where things are, I have not been cycling for the past 3 days, and one of the reasons why I have not been cycling for the past 3 days, and most of you will know by now, I had a problem with my bike. I was cycling from Portrush to Belfast, which was a long trip. Of course, if you're on a bike, it was a long trip, but if you were driving, that'll be a different story. So I think I cycle around 98 kilometers and just too much pressure on my pedals, I would like to think. And one of the pedal broke, and I basically just lost some of the part on my bike. And praise God, I was actually 5 minutes away from my next host here in Belfast. So when that happened, I was able to actually just push my bike to my host, which is just a miracle for that to happen 5 minutes away to my host. So I was really blessed that I was able to just push my bike, you know. So from where things are, uh, I was able to take a break on the 12th of July, and the plan was I'll take a break on the 12th of July and then cycle on the 13th of July, which was Sunday. But then because my bike had this problem, I had to wait until the bike shops are open. So I've been waiting. Um, well, I did wait on Sunday until Monday. Then yesterday, I was booked up to bring my bike to one of the local mechanic to see what he can do. If he can fix my bike. And he looked into it, and then that's when he had to start searching in other bike shops to find some of the parts. So for the past probably 24 hours, he's been working on that and trying to source the part. But from where things are, he needs to wait until the order is delivered. So around Belfast, there's not a lot of shops with the kind of parts that we need for my bike. So we are still waiting, and today it's the 15th of July, and hoping to be able to cycle tomorrow if everything gets together. If I'm able to get this part that we need for my bike. So keep me in your prayers that we'll be able to finish. We are left with one day. We're left with one day, and it's a crazy one because we started on the 16th of June, and it'll be amazing if we finish tomorrow. I've been waiting for the past 3 days, and one of the reasons why I had to wait is because there was just like a lot of holidays from the 12th of July until yesterday. So things are sort of like back to normal today because it's Tuesday. Some of the shops are opening and all that. So fingers crossed that tonight or even just today there'll be good news on my bike. But yeah, so that's where things are. And also want to just take this time and share with you that in my route, I've sort of like mapped cycling the perimeter of Ireland in a distance of 3,000 kilometers. I was hoping it was going to take me 3,000 kilometers to do all the peninsulas. That's what I've mapped out and looking into some of the bikepackers who have done the route. But from where things are at the moment, I wasn't able to do all the peninsulas because there was just like heavy wind, the storm, and there was actually a day when there was a thunderstorm. I will share some of the pictures here when I was just cycling in the mist. There was just like fog all over. I couldn't be able to see anything. And yeah, there was a week where I was just wet most of the time, which was not good for my health. But I managed to finish what I was able to finish. And then, as you can see here, when you look into cycling from Dingle all the way to Galway, I had to skip that part because that's a day when I cycled the entire day and I was just like exhausted. It was raining, 3 hours of rain, and then 2 hours of just like heat, So I just later on, I was just not feeling the best, after cycling 100 kilometers and landing into a campsite where they were like, well, sorry, we don't have, we are booked out, we don't have any grounds for you to camp. I think that was a very challenging one, because I've been trying to make sure that I don't camp in the wilderness, but I camp in a protected campsite where my bike will be safe and I will also be safe. But when I arrive in Dingle, was it Dingle? No, it's closer to Dingle. You know, I just felt like there's just no way I'll be able to uh, camp in the middle of nowhere. So then I just really felt a bit disappointed that I wasn't able to get a proper campsite. I mean, the campsite that I was going to be staying at is called Doonbang. It's Doonbeg. Yeah, I think that sounds correct. The reason why I just showed up in that campsite is because most of the campsite in Ireland, I've emailed them, but they wouldn't respond. And some of them, when they respond, they're like, "Well, just show up. You'll be okay. You'll just pay, at the reception and pitch your tent whatsoever." So they've been more sort of like laid back, most of the campsite that I've visited, that I've been staying at. And I sort of like assume the same with this campsite, but to my surprise, this campsite was owned by someone who's not from Ireland, and I'm not going to mention the country, but they speak English in that country. So it was a bit surprising, just the contrast of the culture, because he basically just said, sorry, we don't have any grounds for you to pitch the tent, which is a bit disappointing because I could see the grounds to pitch my tent. And yeah, I still don't know what was that all about, but I really felt a bit disappointed, but understanding the Irish culture, I then did a wee prayer, because by this time it's around 9:30 at night, and of course it's still during the daylight because it's summer, but I have to sleep. I'm tired, I've been cycling for like 100 kilometers, But what keeps comforting me is the fact that I have my camping gear and I have my dinner. So that was just sort of like the most exciting thing, So then, understanding the culture, then I had to go to someone's house, which was nearby, like 2 minutes away um, from the campsite. And I knock at the door and I just shared my story. And within few seconds, well, few minutes, your man was like, "Well, don't you worry. You can just camp in our yard. There's water here. You can use the toilet inside and all that, So it was amazing. As you can see, I got like that nice wee spot there in his yard, and there was a light next to it, So again, the contrast, the Irish people have been very supportive towards Wheels for Wales, and I really felt received in Ireland when I was cycling. So yeah, it was really like I really needed a break after that, hence why my wife came into my rescue. And again, thank you to Roberta. She's just been very supportive. So she came the following day and booked an hotel for us so that I can book a hotel for us so that I can get laundry done and be dry and just get enough time to rest, So that was really an amazing thing to have, to be able to be indoors again, get dry, because most of my clothes was just either wet or dirty, So that was not the best place to be, really wanted to start afresh. So yeah, hence why we skipped cycling from Dunbank, which is kind of like that Kilkee direction, all the way to Doolin, then up to Galway, So I stayed in Galway. Then the following day, I stayed with my host, and that's when Roberta had to head off home. And again, I was still being received by Irish people, this lovely Irish family that hosted me. Then the following day, that's when I was cycling all the way up to County Mayo. But yeah, all in all, it's been an amazing journey, and I don't think I was going to be able to do such a thing without your support. So I want to say thank you so much for your support, and I'm just going to continue to look back and basically just look back and continue to be thankful of each and every person who's been part of Wheels for Wells. It's not over. We're getting closer to the finish line of cycling, but the campaign itself, Wheels for Wells project will continue until we reach our goal. And right now, I just want to trust God and learn being patient, and fingers crossed that my bike will be ready, hopefully this evening or tomorrow morning, so that I can finish my journey. God bless, and thank you so much for your support. And again, I am putting myself out there. I would like to visit your church. I would like to visit um, yeah, just a community space where I can share what I'm doing and what is this Wheels for Wells all about. And I'm happy to share the word of God as well, and some of the stories, some of the encounter that I've had with God during my time while I was cycling the perimeter of Ireland. But yeah, one day to go, and looking forward to my finish line. Anyway, God bless and have a wonderful day. Bye now.